Hi, welcome to this new massive Open Online course. My name is José Gil de Bernabé Sánchez and I'm working for Galician Regional Government in the Emergency Department, and I am responsible for CP Model project here in Galicia region. My team and me prepared this presentation that will explain to you the meaning of the attribute integrated inside a resilient system and will show two real cases about it. Hope it will be useful for you.
Case study: Qualities of Resilient Systems Integrated. Hereafter, we will see two case studies that shows the meaning of the attribute integrated inside a resilient system. Resilient cities present 7 attributes that allow them to resist, respond, and adapt easier when facing to a threat or a disaster. These community attributes are reflective, resourceful, robust, redundant, flexible, inclusive, and our target attribute integrated. But what we mean with the concept of integrated? Well, it can be defined as the integration and cooperation between the persons and media of the organizations in a territory, means a city, a region, a country, etc. This integration approach promotes and protects the optimal effort application and cascade coherence in a decision-making process, ensuring that all efforts are mutually supportive to reach a common desired result. This integration is key point and shows evident in resilient systems through the different scales of their operation. The mutual systematic exchange of information between organizations allows each one to improve and all of them to work collectively and to respond quickly through feedback involving the whole community. With this definition in mind, it is almost evident what to do to reach an integrated system, when at least following objectives must be achieved: the alignment of the different administration and organization strategy and media interchange and standards, the collective utilization of supporting resources for a common clearly stated result, a shared vision between the different organisms, namely his staff, the continuous exchange of information between involved organizations, even private or public ones. According to this objective, we can easily see what is the role of the civil protection forces and the crucial importance of the integration approach in the daily working system and organization culture substrate. This integrated system of civil protection and emergencies is devoted to prevent, serve, and protect when face catastrophes, calamities, incidents, accidents, and/or any other situations or analogous contingencies acting to select and implement the best available preventive measures to avoid risky situations according to his preventive nature, and have trained ready staff, and additionally to act systematically to confront any real, ordinary, or specific risk while protect the population integrity, the public and private goods integrity and value, and to avoid any environmental damage. The multitude of organisms and entities, even public and private, falling under the civil protection structures, configure an organization that needs a perfect coordination to act effectively and to avoid misalignments when the moment of truth comes. How the planning in an emergency is organized? The planning is fundamental to establish the necessary organization and coordination, to understand the nature of the threat, and to minimize the risk. This work is carried out according to the shared scheme, where local plans are integrated with general ones. First of all, the main regional emergency plan establishes a structure and an organization including the different agencies and/or community, local and national public statements to ensure a whole participation and a ground-based feedback. The organic functional roles structure of the regional plan is defined as to allow the integration of the territorial actions of lower ambit, example, local, municipal, etc., in those of upper ambit, example, national strategies, to guarantee one hierarchical and clear scheme of command by the optimal jurisdiction authority, as well as the coordination of all the actions, avoiding counterproductive efforts when facing the risk, to integrate all the available media, own services and resources of the regional administration, the assigned ones in plans to other public administration, and the owned ones by public and private entities in the territory. When we get such multi-layer structured cooperation, and when fluid real communication are obtained between the different actors, we can talk about an integrated plan approach. Obviously, the principal aim here is to give a faster, consensus-based and effective response to avoid, protect and control the risk without the lower cost and media consumption looking, to minimize the risk in affected areas for specific activities or threats, continuous or occasional activities or events, to foresee, manage and reduce the produced damages, to get and have available the correct means of warning and evacuation, including the accommodation site for displacement and the services and resources for physical or psychological sanitary assistance to the affected population, to establish alternative ways of communication to ensure the coordination during all the event and the fastest adaptation to the evolution of the episode, to reduce as far as possible the disturbances and interferences of the daily life for the civil people, to keep the people informed on the risk and actions to prevent themselves and their families. As a complementary action to this integrated system, some municipalities with important risk in the territory have their own municipal plans. These plans are defined as a technical instrument including a set of standards and action procedures. These sets are the response system of the municipality against emergency situations that can be faced. When the emergency threats and anticipated risk exceeds the means and resources of municipal level, the municipal plan integrates inside the regional plan. We will see below the role of the integration inside the resilience exposing two cases about systems of reduction of the risk of flood in an urban zone. Case study 1. Floods as consequences of intense rainfall in a municipality where the resilience has been improved by building infrastructure. According to the EU Flood Prevention Directive of 2007, the risk of flood is defined as the combination of the probability of a flood event and of the negative consequences for human health, the environment, the cultural heritage, the economic activity, and the infrastructure. The risk must be specifically assessed in water courses and coast shorelines to map the flood risk and to take adequate preventive measures and to minimize the risk. If we take as an example a municipality placed in the northwest of Spain in the Galicia community, we find a population of approximately 9,000 inhabitants. The urban core is crossed by the course of a river that, in case of overflow, originates numerous floods with serious affectation to people and goods with the consequent personal and or economic damages. In this town, we have registered that numerous floods have been occurred and serious damages were caused, even in houses, crop fields, transport infrastructures, etc. These have a huge impact on the local economy and the life quality of the neighborhood. How can we increase the resilience of the municipality affected by this high risk of floods? As exposed, first of all, it is key a close cooperation between all the existing entities and administration in the area. Is at this point where the quality integrated comes in to achieve a more resilient community. In the case study, as consequence of this collaboration and mutual exchange, it was decided to construct a derivative channel for the river flow path that crosses the urban core, to improve the means of municipal civil protection and to establish periodic actions of maintenance of the channel, avoiding obstruction mainly. After this action, the number of floods that took place in this town has been reduced dramatically. The analysis shows the improvement over the original situation before the construction of the channel. The positive aspect of building a more resilient municipality make the floods occurred in the urban core diminish, minimizing its impacts and achieving a much faster recovery of the necessary basic services to restart the social and economic activity. Case Study 2. Floods as a consequence of intense rainfall in a municipality where the resilience has been improved by the drafting of a contingencies plan. In this second case, we take as an example a municipality adjacent to the previous one that also presents risk of flood due to being crossed by the same river. In this town, there has not been constructed any infrastructure that reduce the risk of flood. As a consequence of this, frequent floods continue taking place, maybe even more frequently than previously. To increase the resilience of the municipality, the local and the regional administration have been working closely in the redaction of a municipal plan. This plan contemplates the risk of flood and the way of acting against an emergency of this type. The municipal plan is available to the public, for what the population is sufficiently informed about the measures to adopt in case of flood. An example of a measure to adopt is that, in the moment that the notice signal sounds, the people have to go to the meeting point. If the municipal resources are not sufficient to face up the emergency, the municipal plan will integrate inside the regional plan. With the activation of the regional plan, the means and resources that are not available in the municipality and consider it necessary to face up the emergency will be mobilized. We can conclude that, as indicated above, we have managed to improve the resilience in both municipalities, so, taking protection and prevention actions, we have achieved a more resilient city. The planning, organization and coordination between the different actors involved in the region of Galicia makes us to be faced with an integrated resilient system.
Again, to summarize, it can be said that integrated system led the cooperation among the different organizations, promote the coherence in the decision-making process, and guarantee that all efforts go in the same direction. I hope that with this video you have cleared the importance of the quality integrated in any resilient system, and you will be able to use all this information in practice.